So I recently did a video about Silicon Valley Bank and the fallout and my take on that and all that good stuff. So here's an article, a recent article, where they talk about depositors pull nearly 60 billion from the US banks as Apple raises pressure. Now, the interesting thing about this is, and I talked about this in the Silicon Valley Bank video, is that people over a long period of time have been withdrawing their monies from banks because the interest is garbage, to be honest. I remember whenever I was a child, I would get 2 or 3% interest on a passbook savings account, and I thought that was great. But the banks aren't deciding to do that now, which is unfortunate. And Apple has recently announced that it plans on launching its own savings account with 4.15% interest, which is insane. It's insane, right? So as you can see right here, it says Apple on Monday launched its Apple Card savings account with a 4.15% annual percentage yield. This is going to rock the financial industry. I'm not joking. It's required no minimum deposit balance, Apple said, and users can set up an account from a wallet app on their iPhone. So here's the thing. I have never owned an anything. I've never owned an iPad. I've never owned an iPhone, an iPod, an iTunes, anything. But there I was at 5 in the morning sitting on my bathroom floor. I was reading the headlines as I was brushing my teeth, but once I discovered this, I immediately sat down on the floor and I opened up an Apple Card account, which of course I got immediately approved for. And I look forward to being a part of this Apple savings account program. Just amazing. So I've often said in the past, one of the ways to have accelerated success is that 1, be smart, 2, be the first one to do it, and 3, do something illegal to get it. Well, I don't do the third, but when it comes to being the first, this is definitely what I'm going to do. And we will just see how this pans out and how over the course of 5, 10, 15 years, this rocks the financial institutions. Very happy to hear this. All right, so as the thumbnail says, we will be doing a video on the Lego Darth Vader, pretty much anything, right? Well, Jim, why are we doing a video on Darth Vader Lego sets? Well, because I don't think that there is one out there. There's Star Wars, of course, but I don't think I've ever seen a Lego reselling video that is just about Darth Vader or sets that are surrounded of Darth Vader. So this is something I'm excited to chat about because Darth Vader is my favorite Star Wars character. He, of course, is the protagonist in the Star Wars movies. He's trying to bring balance and save the universe from the rebels. So the first set we're going to talk about, and we're going to talk about this briefly, I don't necessarily include this into the makeup in the Excel that I have presented at the end of this video, but this right here, the Lego Darth Vader meditation chamber, this is really agitating me. Not the set itself, but if you were to go on Amazon and type up Lego Darth Vader meditation chamber, this is the set that you're going to see, the $136 set with the keychain. That is garbage, and I really feel that this is impacting the value of the other listing, which is the Darth Vader meditation chamber without the keychain. Now, if you know what you're doing, you're able to pull this listing up. You can't do it straight from Amazon. You have to do a little bit of a workaround, which is frustrating. So I can't wait until this is corrected because I really feel the value of this set right here should be closer to $100, but because of that listing with the keychain included, I really think it's gumming everything up. And I would say as of right now of this recording, this is probably the prominent Darth Vader set that's available at retailers. It's the Star Wars Darth Vader helmet, set number 75304. I absolutely love this set, and I have no doubt it will do very well post-retirement. There's no reason to pull up Camel 3X because it's still available, and I don't think it really sold out either. So before we talk about the Darth Vader sets, I recently wanted to talk about an email that I received from somebody, and they said, Jim, I'm thinking about joining your Patreon, but when you have those one-on-one consultations, what exactly do you talk about? The short answer is we really talk about anything that you want, but there are particular subjects that I want to cover, and it all depends on where your level of reselling is. You may be a beginner, you may be an advanced reseller, right? So we're pretty much all over. We talk about anything, whether it's, basic themes on where to start. We do talk about stacking discounts. We also talk about averaging down the cost of one SKU or one Lego set. We talk about holding time. We talk about how to stay informed so you're always up on the latest news. And we also talk about networking, which is what we do during our group chat. We also have an Excel tool where everybody is available to go ahead and download it if that's what they want. And we have well over 50 bonus Patreon videos that you just can't get anywhere else. If that's something that you think interests you, the link is in the description below. So first up, we have the Star Wars Darth Vader Transformation set number 75183. When you go to Camel 3X, you can see, boom, this was right off to the races. Now, it looks like there was a dip. Not exactly sure why. Maybe there was a similar set that came out, but it's at an all-time high right now. But the lowest price you could have got it for was $9 on Amazon, which is a great deal. And the highest it's going for is $109. Now, it looks like this set did retire quite a few years ago, so I wouldn't have held on to it now to sell. I probably would have sold it when it was right around the $50 mark. Buying a set for $10 and selling it at the $50 mark is a pretty good deal. Next up, we have a set that I really wasn't too much of a fan of. I was at one time. This is the Star Wars Darth Vader Castle, set number 75251. I mean, I'm just going to say something that I've never heard anyone say. The aesthetics of this castle, I just don't think are great, right? And I love Darth Vader. I love his mini TIE fighter. I think it's amazing. But this was an Amazon exclusive. Now, here's the thing. If you would have purchased it at the right price, right? Because I think this may have been as low as $65 at one time. You could have got a pretty decent ROI, but that was only a short offering. It didn't last that long. So when you go to Camel 3X, you can see it looks like the lowest was $77. Maybe I was off a little bit. The highest was $330. I think that's a one-off. It doesn't look like that's what the market value is, with the exception of that one time. So in my opinion, I think there are just better sets that you could have held on to for a shorter amount of time that would have given you a better return on investment. We also have one of my favorite sets, the Lego Star Wars Darth Vader set number 75534. The buy box has it at $121 right now. I think the retail on this was $40 at one time. And when you go to Camel 3X, it looks like the retail on that was $40. You could have gotten it as low as $21, almost around the time it retired, which isn't that bad. If you would have sold it around $100, that really wouldn't have been that much of a hold time, so that's a pretty good deal. And finally, we have the Star Wars Imperial Shuttle Tydirium. I used to own this set number 75094. When you go to Camel 3X, you can see this is an okay chart, right? You have a lot of constipation right here. There's really, everything's kind of blocked up, and then it peaks somewhere around 300. So if you would have purchased this set for around $70, I think I got it for $85, it would have been a good deal. So I think if you played it smartly, you could have ended up a winner. So when you go to the Excel, I would love to hear everybody's comments in the comments section. I think some people might look at Darth Vader sets as a mixed bag. I like them, but it's just a matter of buying them at the lowest price possible. If you are able to do that, I think you will be successful, because this is a sub-theme, if you want to call it. You don't hear a lot of people talking about, when's the next Darth Vader set coming out? When's the next Darth Vader set coming out, right? So when it comes to doing something that everybody else isn't doing, just sticking with Darth Vader sets might be a winning piece in your business model strategy. That's it, friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.